Hey everyone, and welcome to another terrible day in my ugly world. And today over there we are going to be building a super mega sugarcane farm right up to the sky. Well, maybe not. But before we get to that, I just want to introduce you to Fred. This is Fred. Fred is actually a creation of my son. He's just turned 7 years old and he was messing around the other day in creative and put a bunch of blocks together. Originally he used note blocks, I think they were, for the legs and arms there, but I've changed it to wool just for the sake of it, to make it easier on resources. I didn't want to build any note blocks. I think it looks okay. He looks better from this side. Got the eyes, got a frowny mouth, he's got his TNT hands to help defend. The other side, it doesn't look as good. The eyes are too high. He looks a bit goofy. Looks like he's got bags under the eyes. But anyway, back to the sugarcane. Over here I'm going to be building another sugarcane farm. We do have one over in the base, but that's only a tiny one. This one's going to be a lot bigger. It's going to create a lot more sugarcane, which I am using at the moment to make paper and books and bookcases so that I can trade with the villagers. And that's really the main purpose. I'm not really into making cakes or whatever else you make with it. Oh, actually, potions. We can use it in potions too, can't we? So I'll end up with a lot of speed potions maybe. But okay, just for the general setup, this is the wash off area, so anything that gets knocked off from the sugarcane growing up there will go down into the trough there, down into the hoppers and into the chest. Nice and simple. Alright, for the measurements, internal, this is 8 wide here. That's just so that the water finishes at the ledge here, it doesn't fall down into there. And it is, the internal measurement says 15 across here. So each layer will have 15 sugar cane across this way in a V formation, and another 15 on the other side over there. Right, what I think I'll do now is I will get to building the first layer, or maybe first 2 layers, depending on how quickly I get this done, and then I'll come back and update you on the progress. Okay, so I've built a bit up here. On this side I've built it halfway just to show you what I've been doing. You can see out here we've got the V shape with the dirt, with the sugarcane planted on it. Behind them I have little holes. Every second one I've put water in. You could put water in every single one of these if you wanted to, but you don't need to. This one will hydrate that block and that block. This one will hydrate that one, and so on all along the way. So far on this side it's really just to get the sugar cane planted. On the other side I have completed the level, so we'll just wander around there, just have a look and show you the pistons. Right behind each sugar cane you can see some of these have grown. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so behind each one is a piston. That means we need 15 pistons for each side like this. So for both sides there'll be 30 pistons, and there's redstone torches behind every second one. So this redstone torch will activate that piston and that piston. This one will activate that one and that one, so you don't need one in the middle here. Just every second one. And then you have the redstone running along the back, just one space behind the piston, and this will control the torches, the redstone torches. So this will be hooked up to a timer. At the moment I've just got a switch here, just so that the sugarcane can grow and these aren't permanently sticking out. So if I didn't turn off or turn on the switch here, which gives power to this redstone, these redstone torches would be on and all of the pistons would be pointing out. But I will be removing that in a moment to set up the timer system, which includes a timer and a monostable circuit. and I will finish off that level and do the... Oh, this isn't good. I fell in a hole. Alright, I'll fix that and set up the timer system, the monostable circuit, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty then, so we've completed 2 levels and I've let it run for an hour. I cleared out the chest and over an hour I've got 3 stacks just from the 2 levels there, 2 completed levels running for 1 hour uninterrupted, and that's a fairly good lot. I think I might increase it a bit, but at this stage I'm not sure how high. I think the one I saw had 10 levels, so that would be, what's that, 15 stacks an hour approximately. Right, around here we have the timing set up. This one is called, I can't remember what it's called now. Right, going up first though, we have torches, redstone torches going diagonally up, so that when the signal comes through there, it will push out the pistons. They will go out and then come back in, just knocking off the sugarcane. And what's responsible for this is this setup. You have a hopper on top and a dropper at the bottom with only 1 item in there. So when the pulse comes in, that item will shoot up into the hopper and then come down, which will give it a short pulse, which is enough to send all the pistons working. Over here is the standard timer. I'll just have a quick look. We've seen this before, I've done this several times. Going from the... what is this called? I can't remember. Alright, we have a comparator there into a redstone repeater, and that goes into the block, which turns on that torch, which will turn off the torch in there, which turns that one on, which turns this one off, and so forth, all the way up as high as you want. And you'll see this is on all the time at the moment, which is what we want, because that stops the pistons from going out. When the signal comes through, this will turn off briefly and the pistons will push out onto the sugarcane. Over here we have the 2 hoppers facing each other. I have 2 stacks, 2 full stacks, so that's 128 items. It can be any item in there, it doesn't matter. I just use cobblestone because I've got tons of it. Behind that on each side is a comparator, a block. There's a block on the same spot on that side. Next to the block is redstone, and then you have a sticky piston, and between the 2 sticky pistons is a block of redstone. Nice and simple, and it's fully operational. I did this on both sides. I could have put a timer out the back here and had the signal go up that way and up this way, but I decided just to keep it a bit neater, more compact, than just put a timer on each side. So it's got the same setup this side, just mirrored. So you got the dropper and the hopper there, and the comparator, repeater, and you've got the redstone torches all the way up. And that's transferred. I probably didn't show it on the other side. When that sends a signal to that block, it will turn that torch on, which is what sends the hopper, sorry, the dropper, to send that item up into the hopper. And it'll go up, and then the hopper drops it back down into the dropper, and that's what turns this off and turns that redstone torch on. Alright, so this is going to be a really short episode today. I think we've only done like 6-7 minutes. But it's actually taken me several days. Oh, and there's another thing that I want to point out. The drops, sometimes they are getting stuck. There's another one up there and another one up there. They are getting stuck on the blocks. So that's going to reduce the number we're getting. But as I said, we've got over 3 stacks now. See, we've got another, 12 in the time I've been talking. So I'm still getting a good rate, even though some are getting stuck up there. The other thing is there is a bug or a glitch, whatever you want to call it. And there's been a couple of times as I walked around out here, and you can see one here, that could have just fallen off here. but there's been a few times where I've come around and found one like sitting out here, which is obviously a bug because it's not going to just fall from the side here and land all the way out here. That's definitely a bug that hopefully will be fixed sometime. But as I said, we're still getting a good rate. Like there's another one there. So I'm guessing we might be losing even half of the items. And there's been times when I've seen it, like I've seen one fall like these, and they've fallen in the water and they go down, but then it'll glitch back up and go through it again, and the item is actually still up on the block. So there is a visual glitch there. So I'd be willing to bet I'm losing maybe half of the drops at this stage, but we're getting so many still that it's really not a problem. I'm going to leave it like that. I might build another couple of layers on here, but at this stage I'm not too sure exactly how many I will want because it's going to take time. I have to work out how to get these from here sorry, all the way over to the villager trading center, which is like a few hundred blocks that way. So what I might do, we have the automatic delivery set up for the chicken farm over there. I might do something similar here, so there's a rail going from here all the way over there and dropping off the items there. The only thing is I will have to work out how to fix that problem we had with the chicken delivery, where it was only dropping off one and then coming all the way back. With that one it didn't matter that much. With this one it could be more of a problem because every few minutes we're getting several, and by the time a minecart goes from here all the way there, drops it off and then comes back again, there's probably going to be more there already. Like, I haven't timed how often, but you've heard those go off a few times so far, and you see there's usually a couple come down each time it goes off. You can see there's half a dozen or so there. So that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to work out how to fix that problem so that it unloads the whole minecart. I did have a thought I could set up a detector rail, use it into a repeater so it delays the signal so that the minecart would stop for longer, but I'll have to experiment with that, or maybe if there's someone else out there who's done something similar I can look that up and see what they've done. But the only one I've seen has been like the one we set up before, so I don't know. I'll have a look around, see what I can find. Maybe I can find a solution out there, or if anyone's watching this and they know a solution, let me know, because I would like that. I could fix the chicken one and we could set up something here. Instead of going underground though, I think I'd just go across the land. The problem then of course is that mobs will run into it, quite probably. But that's something we can deal with later on. Alright, so for now, this is the sugarcane. It's completed so far, it's up and working. Whether I put more layers on at this stage, I'm not too sure. I probably will, just for the sake of doing it, really. I don't think I'm going to need a lot more production, but I'll just set it up and see how we go. So, it's almost night. I'm going to sign off now. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.